like I mentioned earlier, for mental health, the routines are very important, and that's the tricky part, because it's either you manage to create your routine at home, or you get out of that environment and place yourself in a really like clean area where you don't you have zero associations, and that's also great because it doesn't have any burdens to call it that. And in terms like in terms of mental health, that is also very healthy, because it's you don't bring anything along with you. You don't have an agenda. Like we really got used to the fact that we have the calendars and blocks of colorful squares and rectangulars, and that we're always busy and always doing something and always expecting 3 million notifications on our phones about everything. And if you get out of it and just turn everything off, like stuff starts happening, and that's really it's your brain, it's your nervous system, all of that. When it gets some rest first, because that's also very interesting. Usually it takes a couple days to slow down, to adjust, recalibrate. And for me, for example, when I didn't go on holiday ever, like I just worked. When I traveled, I thought like, okay, I'm gonna go there, but go there with my laptop. I'll just work in a nicer environment. That was the holiday. And then when I tried not taking my laptop, of course, it never worked. But slowly, I started noticing that, for example, on the third day, I was like, maybe I don't actually have to like sit in front of the laptop. What if I do something else? What if I go for a walk? What if I try to write? What if I just, take photos of stuff, or just go for a walk without any agenda whatsoever? But it took me usually, seriously, like at least 3 days. And then I realized that it actually makes more sense to go for longer. That if you want the process to come out, you have to first recalibrate the first days, and then really let the process come in, and that will take another 5. So that's how I know also how my system works. So in terms of that, what I talked about earlier, so leaving or doing these like residencies, that's how I think about it. And in terms of just like daily routines, if you have a good separate space really made for writing, where you can like lock yourself up and leave everything else behind, it can also be a wonderful space for working, because then you can really get up at the same time, really stick to your routines, do something you like in the morning, have your coffee, look through the window, but just really stick to like similar routines, so you are set for your nervous system and for your brain. It's like safety information, like the body and the brain know what to expect. So definitely, I mean, both is possible, but it's either like your routine is like placing yourself somewhere else. You have to get out of the daily wilderness and the tornado, and then you land there. But you also have to kind of befriend yourself a little bit with get befriended with your system, and figure out also how long it will take for you and what it actually implies to land in the new environment like that, and on a in your place, in your office space, whatever you want to call it,